After a long pause, hockey is finally back, and the Jackets win 4-1 over the Boston Bruins in the exhibition play before the playoffs start, where they play the Toronto Maple Leafs. This entire season has been weird with the shutdown, and now we're playing in August. 24 teams are in the playoffs rather than the 16. Everything's been up in the air, and then on top of that, just from the Blue Jackets standpoint, with all of the injuries that happened this year, it got hard to make some of these videos because they win. I'm like, hey, they won, good job, but they're basically an AHL team. Or they lose a game, and I go, well, they're basically an AHL team. Half of the Cleveland Monsters were playing for the Blue Jackets, and they were doing a good job. They are the reason Blue Jackets are in this spot, is because they were playing so well. But you can only say they're an AHL team so many times. But the pause came, everybody got healthy, and the Blue Jackets looked really good in this exhibition game against the Bruins. All four lines were going, and I think if the torch sticks with the four lines against Toronto and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just constantly goes your play, and now he'll change up every once in a while, so if there's a power play, he'll go with a different line that should be playing. But if he just rolls four lines, I don't think Toronto can match the will and the determination of the Blue Jackets. But in this game, Corpy got the first half of the game, and Elvis got the second half. I thought both of them looked really good. The one goal that was given up by Elvis was a fluky thing where Chara kind of pushes Jones out of the way. I thought that was interference. Pasternak made a great play on the goal. But other than that, the goalies were locked in. The defense was doing a good job. They were easy shots for both Elvis and Corpy. There were a few times they had to make big saves. They made them. Defense was clearing pucks out of the way. Forwards were getting back and helping. They were available for passes. Everybody worked well together. But about 5 minutes in, Liam Foudy is on the line with Boone, Jenner, and Nyquist, which I thought was a very good line. The Bruins are starting out their zone, and they make a pass across the ice. It was a horrible pass, and there's nobody there. And Foudy goes, okay, mine, picks it up and enters the zone. And as he goes, he looks over and he sees he has Jenner going towards the net, and he just backhand throws it over. As Jenner's crashing the net, he redirects it in the back of the net. Jackets lead 1-0. I thought Foudy started off a little shaky, a little bit nervous. It's only his third NHL game, even though it's an exhibition game, and it's technically the playoffs, but it's not. So it's a little bit of nerves you can see for somebody playing their third game, 19 years old. But as the first period went on, about 5 minutes in, though, that's when he started to really click. And that goal, I think, brought a lot of confidence to him. And the rest of the game, he looked really good. But for the rest of the period, it's a back and forth. And Blue Jackets are carrying a lot of the play. Coming near the end of the period, Bruins take a penalty, and then off that face-off, Jones comes down and breaks the dude's stick. I'm like, well, that's slashing. So it's 4-on-4 for a little bit. And then Marchand does the craziest thing. He trips somebody. Who could have seen that coming? So he goes to the box. Now it's 4-on-3. Blue Jackets do a very good job. They're passing around. Zach passes to Borkstrand. Borkstrand passes it back to Zach. Zach unloads the shot. Chars in front of the net, screening to Karask. And the shot beats them, and the Jackets lead 2-0. Technically, that's a 4-on-4 goal because the Seth Jones penalty hadn't elapsed, so it's an even strength goal. A couple seconds after that, Jones gets out of the box. Now the Blue Jackets have a power play. They come rushing up the ice. They enter the zone. Jones is on the wall. He has the puck. He gets it over to Borkstrand. Borkstrand gets its PLD in the middle. Everybody starts to converge on him. He slides over to Nyquist. Nobody's covering him. As soon as Nyquist gets it, he shoots it. It goes 5-hole on Tuukka Rask. Jackets lead 3-0, and that's how they would end the first period. So it's nice to see, though, that the power play and the specialty teams, when they aren't playing 5-on-5, is getting a little bit of success. But it was 2 quick goals, 17 seconds apart. I think that's what it was. And so they head to the locker room, and they come off for the second period. And the first half of the second period, Bruins are pushing a little bit more. The Jackets are kind of working on their defense a little bit more. Because if they lose this game, oh no, we lost an exhibition game. It doesn't really matter. So I think Torch was trying to work on some different stuff, and he wasn't trying to push his offensively as much. They were still getting chances. They were still taking shots, but I think he was trying to tighten up the defensive game a little bit. Halfway through a period, goalie switch. Rask comes out, Halak goes in, Corpy comes out, Elvis goes in. A couple minutes after that, Boston's coming to the ice. They make a play. They try to send it over. Jones does a good job, bats it down. And as he bats it down, his puck starts to bounce, and he goes to pick it up. Char comes in and just pushes him out of the way and spins him out of the way. If Char doesn't touch Jones, Jones turns, picks up the puck, and out of the zone they go. But Char pushes Jones. Pasternak has a bunch of space. Pasternak made a great move. That was a good goal by him, but if Jones doesn't get pushed, no goal. Pasternak opens up Elvis, though, and goes 5-0 on him, and the Bruins are now within 2. But for the rest of the period, it's back and forth. Goalies are making the saves, and we head to the third period with the Jackets up 3-1. Come out for the third period, it's more of a lockdown. This was by far the best period that the Bruins looked. They still don't look good, but they looked better than the first 2. The first 2 were horrible passes by the Bruins. Third one, they were making better passes, getting better chances, and Elvis was making some pretty big saves. The Jackets lock it down, they get a couple chances on the lock, but they hit the post or they shoot it wide. I know, who's surprised? With a couple seconds left, the Bruins had pulled their goalie, the Jackets forced a turnover, Nyquist has the puck, he's starting to get out of the zone, but a Bruin defender's coming down on him. He spins around and just pits into space, Texier picks it up, carries up the ice, pits in the empty net, Jackets lead 4-1, and they would do a ceremonial face-off because there's a second left. And that's how the Jackets end the game. I think the Jackets look ready for the playoffs to start and to take it to Toronto. I watched bits and pieces of the Toronto Canadiens exhibition game. Toronto looks pretty good, but I don't know how. I didn't watch all of it, so I don't know if they look good the entire game. For the spurts I saw, they had some stuff together. There were some flaws, so hopefully the Jackets can use that to their advantage and tighten up a little bit on the power play, because 2 of Toronto's goals came shorthanded. So if they can not allow that, there you go. You just took away 2 of Toronto's goals. I think it's going to be a very interesting series. I cannot wait for it to start on Sunday. And until then, thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until then, I'll see you later.